Hello, West Ham fans. Welcome back to Have Your West Ham View. Who on earth is that to my right-hand side?
It's CD.
CD! CD is back. Chloe Deal is back. She's back on the channel. Chloe's back. Look at that banner along the bottom. Chloe's
Beautiful,
back.
isn't it?
Quality, quality. Welcome back, CD.
Thank you.
Sister.
Happy to be back.
Happy to be back. How have you enjoyed the start of this season then?
Loved it. It's been great.
Isn't it?
It really has.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
4 games, 3
3
wins,
1 draw.
1 draw.
Can't complain.
Who's been your standout player this season?
My standout player this season. Good question. We'll go with Bowen, you know. I know it's always the same, but he's just great.
He's consistent, Mr. Consistent. Yeah. Right, anyway, today we are here to talk about the international break. Not about England, because who we got in the England squad at the moment?
No one.
No one. Not even Declan Rice. Sorry, DR. 41. Don't want to talk about that man. Yeah, so obviously we know James Ward-Prowse should have been in there. We know Jared Burnley should have been in there. So let's just talk about the people that matter. The people that are in the squad, people that are just newcomers, people that only signed a year ago. It's nice to keep an eye on them during international break. So take it away, Clay.
Take it away. Well, I think we'll start off with Mavropanos.
Mavropanos.
He scored his
Would you
first
look at that?
2 goals for Greece.
Look at that, man.
I'm not going to try and pronounce the team that he played against. I'm probably going to get it wrong.
Who is it? Who is it? Gibraltar.
Okay.
It's not as bad as some of the others we've got to get through here. So, Konstantinos Mavropanos.
Yep, they won 5-0, Greece. Scored his first 2 goals. Confidence going to be booming when he comes back to West Ham.
2 goals. And as Tom has been saying in previous videos, he scores goals. And obviously I'm sat there thinking, oh yeah, but Tom, he's a centre-half. Let's not talk about that. He scores goals.
He does. He scores goals.
2 goals. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. Obviously we haven't seen a lot of him. We haven't seen anything of him. But this just gets you excited, doesn't it?
Yeah, gives us options. I think Moyes wants to go at 3 at the back. So he's back now. We'll see what Moyes does. But yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Mavropanos. Remember the name. Obviously, it's only Gibraltar, but for me, that's one way of, go on your international break, come back and say, how did it go, mate? Well,
I scored 2 goals.
Scored 2 goals, didn't I?
Yeah.
Moving on. Who we got next?
Kudus.
Kudus.
Another one that
Kudus.
Scored 2 goals as well. These are 2 different matches. I think they were both wins as well. So we got a 3-1 win over
Liberia.
That's the one.
That's the one. Who else we got?
And a 2-1 win over.
Is that right?
Probably not, because
Central African Republic national team.
Yeah,
that's got to be like a district, isn't it? Or something. Obviously, it's not a Central African Republic, but okay, he scored though, right? And
he scored.
Goals mean confidence.
Exactly.
I think he's got 5 goals in his last 3 starts.
Yeah.
Club and country, obviously, when you include Ajax.
Yeah.
So
hat-trick in his last game for Ajax. So he's scoring goals. Get him on against City.
I mean, let's talk about Benrahma. We haven't got a picture, unfortunately, but we're talking about people that are really going to be fighting for places in the West Ham starting lineup. I keep talking about Kudus on the left wing, and I know he's never played there in his career. He's only 23. He's played everywhere on, midfield and above, but left wing. And I think we all know what Moyes is going to do. He ain't going to ditch Bowen. He ain't going to ditch Antonio unless he really, really has to, or he has a massive drought. So I think we'll see Kudus on that left-hand side, and who gets dropped in return?
Benrahma.
How did his international break go, Claire?
I don't think he played.
Didn't play a minute?
I don't think he did. Done my little bit of research. I don't think he played a minute.
I hope you're right. But if he didn't play a minute, I think Algeria won 1-0.
They did win a game 1-0, yeah. But he didn't feature.
If you ain't even starting for Algeria.
This is the thing. His confidence isn't going to be great. Kudus has just come in. Yeah, it's not really much I can say on that one.
No. Let's talk about people that we're really excited about at the moment. Edson Alvarez.
Yeah.
Did he play? Because one thing I'm worried about with him, especially after the Brighton game where he got cramped, did he play a lot?
He did.
He did play.
He did. He played 90 minutes in a 2-2 draw against Australia.
Ooh.
So full game. Sounds like a pretty intense game. I didn't watch it personally.
2-2, yeah.
Yeah, 2-2. Second game, he played 60 minutes, so not as much. That was a 3-3 draw. So
3-3 against Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just had it confirmed that Benrahma did come on as a sub. Didn't play. I think that's all we got out of that game. But Okay, well, going back to obviously Naif Agurd was talking about Mavropanos, obviously scoring a couple goals. How did Naif get on? Obviously, firstly, before we have to talk about how he got on, I think one of their games got postponed.
Yeah, so he only
Yeah.
played one game, but he did keep a clean sheet in that game, which again is just good for the confidence.
I think we should talk about it because we've been talking to West Ham Morocco on Instagram. There was an earthquake.
Yes.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
There was an earthquake in Morocco, and I think I saw shots of Naif and all the Moroccan players giving blood, which is brilliant. So, obviously not ideal circumstances. It's crazy that this stuff actually happens in the world. Us English people don't have any natural disasters other than the odd, thunder and snowstorm. So, so prayers go out to Morocco.
Yeah.
I know a couple of thousand people, probably more now, have died, and it's very sad. But let's get back to football. So he said he had a clean sheet against Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Burkina Faso, yeah. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, clean sheet, it's good for a centre back. It's like scoring a goal for a striker, really. It's what they've got to do.
Yeah. Well, unless you're Mavropanos, then you score a couple.
Everything.
But okay, that's good on Naif. Areola, our number one, always been number two in France. And how did he get on?
Didn't play.
But who is the number one? Is it begins with an M?
Yeah.
Magnan, that's it. Yeah. AC Milan, is it?
Mm-hmm.
AC Milan, yeah. Magnan.
Yeah, no, he's number two, but I don't mind. It's going to be, I feel bad for him, but he's going to be fully fit for us. And
well, there you go. Not the keeper's really, unless it's a broken hand or broken finger or something. But if he's not played any minutes, then he's fresh, ready for City, as you say.
Exactly.
Other than that, we've obviously got Maxi Cornet. So it's funny because I saw something. So Everton decided not to take Maxwell Cornet, and that was on deadline day, mainly on the basis that yes, he had that extremely rare calf condition last year, and I believe as part of the medical process that he did get that far with Everton. I think I could be talking my arse here, but this is what I've seen. They didn't take him, so then he's gone and played for Ivory Coast, and I think he played 70 minutes.
Yeah, 70 minutes in their 1-0 win.
Again, Lesotho.
Yeah.
That's not bad going, is it?
I think he played left. I could be wrong, but I think he played left wing back role, so he didn't have as many opportunities up front. That's probably what he would for West Ham. But still,
Maxwell,
minutes in the bag, isn't it?
It is. You're right. And Maxwell Cornet, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking actually, if he can get a run of games somehow, he could be like a new signing.
No, he could be 100%.
I always go back to that Chelsea moment.
Yeah.
If that was given and
that's the thing. He's a good player, and he was good for Burnley when they were in the Premier League before. But he's obviously come to us. He's got this injury, confidence low. He was out for a long time. Get a run of games in him, get his confidence. I mean, 70 minutes it's a good amount of time. It is good, and I hope that he'll come back and get European games, cup games, score a few goals. Definitely. He was good in Europe for us. When was in the Europa League last time? In the group stages, actually. So.
He was. But yeah, he'll play a part in those cup games, those qualifiers. But qualifiers, that's not qualifiers, is it? We're straight in the group. Of course we are. Finally, let's talk about the under-23s, under-21s. Got Patrick Kelly and Callum Marshall, two young lads who were part of that squad who won the Youth Cup last season against Arsenal. We're trying to keep tabs on the young players, especially off the back of that quality year last year.
That's good to see the youngsters getting called up.
Yeah, it's good. Right. Other first-team players that featured, also we've jumped straight to the young kid. Susek and Kufau. Susek scored that set up that lovely goal.
Beautiful.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No.
From Susek?
I couldn't believe when I saw it, to be honest with you. It was just...
Yeah, lovely feet. He sort of had the ball on the edge. He's gone to shoot. A bit like Bellingham, actually. Not slick, but where he's gone to shoot, cut inside, played in. Actually, very, very similar to the Bellingham assist for Kane last night. Was brilliant. But that was Susek. Obviously, Kufau, he went off with an injury. Apparently, he was in training today.
Yeah, he was in training today, so he should be back for the City games. Should be all right.
Back for the City games, which is Premier League is back on Saturday. We're going to be there.
Of course, we're always there.
Predictions will be out Friday morning. This video should be out this evening. So, up the almighty hammers.
Come on, you guys.
Come on, you guys.